Today we're going to be talking about a very sobering topic. Heaven and hell. Amen? Boom, boom, boom. It don't get more serious than that, folks. Heaven and hell. You know, I think back to what I've heard about back in the day and the fire and brimstone preaching and how that was just really hammered. Like hammered hard. And it got to be kind of overwhelming in some aspects where it was just pushed too much, which I understand that. And then there was the preaching of the grace. People just over-hammered that as well. And I feel like there never needed to be anything but both. Amen? Because when you get the both, you really understand the situation. You understand how awesome it is to have grace. Amen? But you also understand the gravity of if you don't accept the grace, what's going to happen to you? Or what's going to happen to those around you that you care about? Amen? Because, yeah, we may be saved, but what about your brother or your sister? What about your mama or your daddy? What about your son or your daughter? What about your co-worker? What about your neighbor? What about your friends? They need it too, just as much as you did. And we can never come to the place of being just content with ourselves being saved. We need to take that salvation and bring it to everybody. And bring the message of heaven and hell. Not just saying how good heaven is, because yeah, heaven's good. And we need to talk about how good heaven is. But you need to tell them about how bad hell is too. Show the contrast. Show the good and the bad. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. But in preparation, this week, it's Thursday, and I was asking God, okay, usually by now you've given me the message, and I'm just asking you, just begging you, give me the message. And it was Thursday night, and I was praying, and I feel like He very clearly said, heaven and hell. And I said, okay, I started writing down some notes and some things and scriptures, and then the next day I had remembered I had preached on that topic or I had taught on it. I couldn't remember if I had done it here yet or not. And I went back looking through my old videos, and it was a teaching that I had did. And right when I pulled it up, I heard very clearly, look at the date. Because on YouTube, it gives you the date when you publish the video. And it was February 9th, 2015. Before I became the pastor here. And I look back on that time with fondness because I had done a lot of videos in that time. I was doing a lot of teaching videos. And I do believe it was Him prepping me for being the pastor here. But nevertheless, I saw that February 9th, and I had to look at my phone and my calendar, and I said, hold on, what's this Sunday again? And it's February 9th. For those who didn't know that today, there you go. But that's exactly 10 years. Amen? Exactly. So I had the confirmation of what to preach, and then I had another confirmation of look at the date. He wanted us to hear this message today for whatever reason. And I do believe that it's for a reason. And so there might be somebody that you can think of that needs to hear this message, and we're recording it. Please send it to them. Maybe they're on the fence. Maybe they don't believe in God. Maybe they do, and they're just not living for Him. Send them this message. Well, I'm going to post it to the church page, but I do believe that God wanted us to talk about this and hear about this today. Amen? So please do that.